Hello, and thank you for joining us on our session today on accelerating agility and efficiency with cloud. In this session, we are here to talk about what's on everyone's mind, the essentiality of cloud as a core tenet to not just business transformation, but survival. This pandemic has created a moment in history. This will be a clear marker of before and after, how we approached digital transformation in the past and how we must now do things differently moving forward. Even when the COVID-19 outbreak is contained, it is unlikely things will return to what we define as normal. We will see an acceleration in cloud adoption that will shape the future. IBM is mobilizing for our clients to keep their business and workforce up and running. Modern organizations, as we know, have always counted on digital transformation and digital infrastructure to support their business. With the onset of restrictions that COVID-19 has created, more companies are now recognizing the unquestionable value that cloud delivers. The most intrinsic value of cloud technology is the flexible option it provides, even more so now, in this time of crisis when companies need solutions. They can implement them and test them quickly. We see our clients facing several tactical challenges. Work has changed. Remote digital work is now mainstream. Most work until a few months ago was centered around the construct of an office, and remote working was considered a complementary strategy to support the office. Now, the tables have turned. Distributed teams centering around the primary digital remote organization will reshape how companies scale and operate. Cloud services and cloud infrastructure have enabled our clients to make a pretty dramatic transition to work from home relatively seamlessly. 95% of IBM-owned workforce is working remotely with no disruption to service level. Cloud can offer the most cash flow optimized needs for our CIOs as they drive an accelerated transformation agenda. Further, by revalidating workflows, these enterprises are identifying opportunities to implement collaborative tools, reimagine processes in the cloud so that they can meet urgent needs and automate for efficiency and speed. All of this helps the bottom line in this time of crisis. The pandemic is now reinforcing those lessons for many enterprises that we have seen over and over again. The value of cloud is enabling them to scale their critical infrastructure systems. Organizations are now taking down all internal barriers to cloud adoption. The shift was always inevitable. This pandemic will accelerate that change. The shift to public cloud and cloud native that we thought would occur over the next decade or two will now likely happen in the next 2 to 3 years. Every business needs to quickly revisit their cloud strategy and recalibrate their cloud operating model. We are actively assisting clients by running virtual garages to revisit their cloud strategy, speeding up application modernization, and addressing urgent cloud-native development needs. We have extended our highly automated cloud migration services for urgent requirements. We have addressed and are continuing to address immediate cloud managed service needs and are helping our clients balance cost pressure through financial transparency. This we are doing through extending our cost and asset management features that we have available on our multi-cloud management platform. On this note, let's walk through what we are doing with IBM Public Cloud and the technical relevance and need at the moment. I will recap with two most relevant points so far. Number one is the adoption of a cloud-first methodology. And number two is the rate and pace of adoption quickening from 10 years down to 2 to 3 years. I think that this is vital for survival. Looking to solve today's problems requires technology decisions to be made quickly. That doesn't mean they shouldn't be made strategically. These choices have immediate and lasting consequences. An open hybrid cloud platform that provides the level of agility needed today and the operational gains for the future will be vital. I think about Europe, where thousands of small to mid-sized businesses had to respond and react in short time. Leveraging cloud technology, being able to support and meet the needs of many of those small clients and keep them in business. Now, we transition from a Chapter 1 set of workloads to Chapter 2. All of the easy workloads have moved to lift and shift, to cloud native, and now we are looking at the mission-critical heart of the enterprise. There is a lot more complexity in terms of applications, in terms of all of the requirements around high availability, etc., that are required to support downstream and upstream systems. We have been in this Chapter 2 period for some time now, perhaps the last few years. Some organizations have boldly committed and unlocked exponential value by more closely aligning the data to their core systems. Others have had to ask hard questions around how and when to properly manage this transition and the risk associated with the change of this complex implementation. After all, mission-critical applications are highly regulated with stringent security requirements. Compromising this information can have huge financial, legal, and reputational implications for an organization. And maintaining the availability of this application is essential for day-to-day operation. But with the recent events around the world, the decision to move key workloads looks very different. In today's world, many organizations are realizing that there is more risk to holding back on cloud. But what should encourage us all is the new capabilities that have matured and are up to task for Chapter 2. Here at IBM, we have redesigned our public cloud and open hybrid offerings to leverage Red Hat technology with modularity and open source standards. Open standards and open source create the best cloud architecture, built on Linux operating system, delivered by containers and managed by Kubernetes across the board, extending across all clouds and IT environments. IBM and Red Hat delivered the best hybrid cloud architecture with enterprise-grade software that runs the most secure public cloud and the deepest industry expertise to help you transform, run, and manage your mission-critical workloads. With IBM Public Cloud, you can build complex and mission-critical apps. The platform is developed using decades of industry expertise and deep security leadership. We keep you on key pervasiveness so that even the provider cannot decrypt your data. Working with clients, it's been exciting to see how these new capabilities help quickly establish a foundation in open source software that can evolve based on industry priorities. The results have been stellar. Reduced development time by up to 84%, eliminated integration costs by up to 33%, and decreased operational expenses by up to 75%. And according to Gartner Parent Sites, IBM Cloud received the highest rating for security and compliance and for customer willingness to recommend among all of the leading cloud providers over the last 12 months. This is the cloud that is needed for the challenges of this moment and for the opportunities and change that the future will bring. We hear stories about how teams are driving success with resiliency right now, but they are also set for growth by being agile on open hybrid multi-cloud. At IBM, we have also been developing new partnership models and methodologies that are best poised for the road ahead. We call these new working models cloud value transformation. Cloud value transformation accelerates the creation of future-ready business by delivering new business models, new digital capabilities, new experiences with intelligent workflow enabled by a secure, robust, hybrid multi-cloud estate. To achieve this business transformation, there are two major entry points for an organization. The first is seeking to reinvent how work is done, to fundamentally reimagine core business processes like sales, marketing, HR, finance, supply chain, procurement, to create intelligent workflows fueled by data, AI, automation, and on cloud. The second entry point is to start from a technology lens and help our clients modernize application and infrastructure to provide greater flexibility and speed. Here again, flexibility is critical for everyone to respond quickly both to market opportunities and competitive threats. In the context of the current crisis, having a clear combination of the strength of innovation that cloud brings with the business models that we bring forward help our clients accelerate, stabilize, and be prepared for growth as we fully expect as we get through this crisis. As we all adapt to disruption, we need to bring a fully functional office to our employees. All of the collaborative tools, virtual meeting environments, and the security needs need to get to business as usual. This requires us to revalidate workflows and automate processes to help reduce cost and increase efficiency. We at IBM believe there is no better way to prepare for disruption than creating an agile and efficient infrastructure. An open hybrid multi-cloud environment is essential for success. The research supporting this indicates significant value and urgency. Please visit our website to learn more about how you can accelerate agility and efficiency with cloud. You can also sign up for a virtual IBM Garage session and connect with IBM experts for a free consultation. In the additional resources provided through our virtual Think platform, you can explore research on cloud and workflows from Forrester. You can find Gartner Peer Insight on IBM Cloud and the webcast on additional solutions for the moment. Thank you for your time today and for your attention, and I turn back to the team.
Yeah, so I can see now first questions in the Q&A session. First one is more related to actually the different direction of IBM. Can you tell us about IBM's quantum computing progress?
Yeah, okay. So I'm not the let's say the best expert in computing, because we are working on this since a long time, and I'm in the sales of something that it's not yet there. Anyway, so the quantum program was launched in March 2017, and we define IBM Quantum an industry-first initiative to build commercially available universal quantum computing system for business and science application. IBM Q systems and services will be delivered via the IBM Cloud platform. So this is important. We are not planning to put the quantum computing in on-prem. And IBM first opened public access to the quantum processors was 1 year ago, and it was serving science research. It was for resource for university classrooms. I'm reading some data, and of course this was a catalyst attraction for some enthusiasm in the field. One data that is interesting: the users have run so far kind of 1 million quantum experiments on the IBM Cloud.
Wow, that's fantastic. I mean, so there is a new generation of IT professionals is just growing while using this, I would say, open source quantum computing, which is run on using the cloud technology, actually. So this is the extent to which cloud technology is developed now. We can really, like, sitting here in Tbilisi, trying some experiments and trying to write the algorithm on quantum computing in your office.
That's correct.
That's just marvelous. I just wait for the new algorithms and language and everything else. That would be fantastic breakthrough. Okay, thank you. So the second question is more related to what you were talking about at the end of your talk. How about flows? What difficulties come along with this way of operating? So I think it's more related to hybrid cloud flows, like flows while operating on the with the use of hybrid cloud.
Yeah, okay. So let's say that the cloud technology now is offering a lot of opportunities to the enterprises. So what is the big challenges right now is first of all, to have a cloud strategy. And the cloud strategy will include all the aspects of the way you migrate to cloud and the way you use the cloud and the way you benefit from the cloud. So you can get it from an infrastructure perspective, which is mainly driven by cost reduction. But the best way we see now the use of cloud is to get the benefit of having easier and faster go-to-market development of new applications, which is important for business growth. So the flow is not simple if you don't have a strategy. So you need to have a plan. I think we should overcome the concept that cloud is not secure. Cloud is much more secure than on-prem. We have statistics that says that most of the breach happen in on-prem rather than on cloud. We don't have any really serious incident on cloud as far as I remember. So the key point is the cloud strategy. You get basically into a plan how to migrate, what to do step by step, how to integrate your current let's say your current IT, your current application into a plan to get your application modernized first and then shift to the different way to use it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. Next question I would ask from our team as well. What are actually the companies they should start thinking about switching to cloud technologies? I mean, what kind of companies they are? Middle ones, smaller ones, or just big ones? Who are actually the target for this technology?
All of them, actually all of them. I would say that starting from the new companies we have seen the famous born in the cloud. Those are the ones that, are small enough to be considered, that you can run with a small server in your garage, but the ones that started, in the cloud, were born in cloud, had the opportunity to quickly develop based on their need. Think about if you size your business and you think you can run it with your server, with the application that you wrote already, and then in a matter of 2 months, you have a big demand, and you realize that using open source, you can integrate a lot of more functionalities, then you will regret that you haven't done it in the cloud. Same thing for the big companies. Big enterprises have their legacy systems, and they have the need to again integrate the new things in their legacy. So they need to switch to the cloud to start getting the benefit. So my answer there is that there is no rule. Going to the cloud is now, the sooner the better, but the most important thing is define your cloud strategy, because without a cloud strategy, you will not get the benefits that you need. So cloud strategy is the starting point.
Okay, thank you. Also, the question is regarding how to actually come to this. You mentioned that you have your team helping with going to cloud, switching them into cloud, or just starting using it. Do you also have any kind of educational courses or whatever, maybe running somewhere on Udemy or Coursera or something like that, where people can basically learn how to do this? Let me just explain the bigger picture, how I see. So, for example, there are some ecosystems which are not yet that much digitalized, and you will not find there many, I would say, developers who can actually help the business owners to go into the cloud. I mean, they just don't have this technical education, technical background. They have no idea how and where to start. So how do you enter such ecosystems, and how people can actually join from absolutely non-digital background, so that they would knew that they have this and this and this option, and they can learn how it works very quickly and jump on this technology, switch their company to this like way of storing the data and start using it on the permanent basis.
Yeah, so you put it from a technology perspective. I like to put it from a business perspective. So rather than learning how to, build your data on cloud, other than learning how to, migrate, I think what is important is to look at your business, how your business can leverage, can get benefit on the cloud. So when you look at the cloud provider, and if you look at the IBM cloud, for instance, you will see that in the catalog you have an immense number of options of existing application that can benefit your business. So you will not, you don't need to become an expert in managing data if you are not, let's say, an IT geek already. You don't need to become that. You need to look at what you can basically drag and drop into your application. So one of the things that we do very often is, and we offer, and it's one of the starting point in the journey to cloud for our clients or for our new clients, is the garage experience. You sit in a room or in a virtual room, and you think what you want, what you need for your business in terms of innovation, regardless your legacy, regardless your data center, regardless your IT and your other things. You think what you need for your business, and you start developing a prototype, and you start, even you have no IT knowledge, and you will see from there how to develop more. So starting point is, in my view, is the garage. In the link that I shared, there is information what it is and how to get some free consultation as well, and where to start from. So that will be, in my view, the first step to take to understand more about what you can do there.
Okay, thank you for the excursus. That's really wonderful that you are providing so much help to business. I can see here another question in the Q&A chat. You see, the quantum computing is very up to date. We should invite your colleagues as well from that department. Okay. Yeah, we have another question as well. Can you tell about deep learning or artificial intelligence internships at IBM? The attendee who wrote this says that he finished his high school this year and has a 2-year experience with deep learning.
Okay, so
good question.
So very strong direct suggestion. Get to IBM website, work with us, and you will find all the programs and all the opportunities to work with IBM and to get into the internship. There is a lot of possibilities. Not only, there is also a huge ecosystem, as Alina said before, the ecosystem is the most important thing. We have a lot of companies that use our infrastructure, use our cloud to run experiments, to develop open sources. So get into the website and look there, explore there. There is a world of opportunities.
Perfect. Thank you. By the way, are there also remote opportunities? Because now you know that in this situation, nobody can actually travel or relocate for a new job or something like that. And then the question is how, let's say, people from Georgia or from Armenia can join IBM now.
Again, same question, because there is it's different by country. So same answer there. Sorry, not same question, same answer. Go to the website, and you will find opportunity. The time right now is, it's really country by country. So there are different opportunities for sure. Consider that IBM is having 95% of its entire workforce working from home. Like you see, this has become my life in the last 3 months. Therefore, I don't know what are the procedures for hiring or for starting, but for sure we are, I think one of the best in the world in work remotely. We didn't suffer. We didn't stop any service. We granted the commitment with our clients without any interruption. We didn't have any incident. So absolutely, there is opportunity to work remotely as well.
Perfect. I should go and check, actually. Sounds very interesting.
Oh, absolutely, you have to. You have to.
Do you need non-technical people? Because I'm just humanitarian, actually.
We run for business. So as I said before, there is a part that is on technical, and there is a part on business. So we really help our clients to develop their business, and we try to make it as easy as possible, trying to get the clients focusing on their core business and not. So if you run a bank, if you're a bank, you really don't want, focus on who is the chef for your cafeteria, or is the IT guy in your data center. So you really want to focus on your business. So yes, that's where we focus. And with IBM Cloud, you have a lot of opportunities there to contribute.
Marvelous. Okay, thank you. So another question in our Q&A chat. One of our attendees remarked that quantum computing is the very interesting thing for building and optimizing deep learning models. Could you give us some insights about this topic? And I think it's not only actually with regards to quantum computing. I mean, the cloud itself is the biggest source for this, right?
Yes. And again, I say again what I said before. It is true. Quantum computing is becoming critical for the future. Of course, at the moment, we don't see the application on everything, but as we said, in large transactions and in science research, first of all. So I'm not able to give you more, technical details. I understand that there is a lot of demand on this, but I really invite you to explore the IBM website to look at what quantum computer is offering or not. Consider that we are as a society at the very beginning of different use of the technology, and quantum is a complete new breakthrough way to run the business. So we are getting there, and of course, deep learning and AI is strongly getting advantage from the quantum computer. But there is so much more yet to come. It's not there yet.
That's true. We're just at the beginning. Okay, another question is, you know, that Touch is working with startups as well. And so we're helping them with various optimization things and helping them to understand which technology is better to use. So, and I also know that you actually have various programs for startup support. So, can you please tell more about these programs? And also, it's interesting. As far as I understood, it doesn't really matter from where the startup is. I mean, we are all working in the cloud, so geographical location doesn't really matter. So please, can you elaborate more on how do you work with startups?
Yeah, so first of all, IBM has a program for startups. It's called Startups with IBM, through which we provide cloud credits and technical support for the adoption of IBM Cloud. By the way, it's a self-service program, so you just become a member registering yourself at, let me read it, developer.ibm.com/startups. You can get free credits for usage of IBM Cloud for 1 year, equivalent to $1,000 per month and up to $10,000 per month. So which means $120,000 credit per year. You access online education in form of tutorials, code patterns, learning path. You get the technical support from IBM for the adoption of the cloud technologies, and the membership is totally free. So you get on the website, you fill few information, and you get it. As Alina said, it really doesn't matter where you are from, because it's everything happening in the cloud.
Perfect. Okay, so that's the last minute of our Q&A session. No more questions from the attendees, and I see they are adding on the views. Perfect. Thank you a lot, Antonio, for joining us. We really appreciate that you always find time for our ecosystem, and you know that you're always welcome in Georgia. Hope to see you somewhere in November at our next conference.
I count on that, and I look forward. Thank you for having me today, and I wish everybody a great conference time.
Thank you. See you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.